Welcome back to the Sports Desk Live. I am your man's. One more time.
Flaw.
1-0. 1-0. Representing my Dallas Cowboys.
Your Dallas Cowboys.
Dedrick L. Hicks Jr. And I am here to tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what I'm here to do.
My. I'm mood and change, and I am amazed. I am baffled that you are doing what you doing, D.
Yeah, we here. We here, baby. Feeling good.
Wow.
Good.
No shame either.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
No shame.
We are back for yet another week in the NFL. If you don't know what Mr. Moodham Chains is referring to, I'll refresh everybody's memory in just a second. But welcome back, YouTube. We appreciate all the love and support. Hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you like what you're seeing and you like what you're hearing. Shout out Black couldn't be here with us today, so we're here to give you the rundown of week 2 of the NFL. And man, Rashad, I know you feel how I feel. Thank God that football is back. And back for real, man. I know you feeling good.
Yeah, man. Feeling good, man. Don't feel good about what my team did Sunday, but overall, as far as the week, just good to have football back, man. All the way full throttle.
I'm loving it, man. The podcasts are going, the TV's going, football. We had some outstanding matchups in week 1. Chiefs and Ravens, Lions and Rams. Eagles and Packers. We had some pretty phenomenal games over the weekend. A couple debuts, rookie quarterbacks and rookie head coaches. So getting used to new faces and new places. All right. So we're here to talk week 2. You have some pretty pivotal matchups that we are going to discuss, give our predictions, and maybe talk a little bit of money as well for all my prize picks and DraftKings and FanDuelers out there. So Rashad, let's go ahead and get into it. Of course, we got to start with a Thursday night game over on Amazon Prime. You got a good one here. You got an AFC East divisional matchup. You have two 1-0 teams. All right, you have the Buffalo Bills headed down to South Beach to take on the Miami Dolphins, who are a 2.5 point favorite. Very thin line for this game. 2.5 for the Dolphins. Shad, what are you thinking? Who wins this game?
Listen, I starting this off with the Dolphins is just very triggering for me, just because of what I just had to witness. But
sure,
the Dolphins played a lot better than what I thought they would, especially down the stretch.
Facts.
The Bills played a really good game last week as well. I don't know exactly what either one of these two teams are going to be. I think the separation is going to start to happen in this game, especially if the Bills can go and beat this team for a third straight time. So I think the Bills can win this game, though. They're going to continue. The Dolphins are going to continue to get healthy. Their offense is still explosive, as it was last week. Mm-hmm. They wasn't able to run the ball last week, but maybe they'll be able to get their run going this week. Josh Allen is still Josh Allen. I trust Josh Allen more than I trust Tua. So I'm going to take the Bills in this game 24-20.
This is a really good game on the slate early in the season. The AFC East was a very competitive division with these two teams last year. We know the run that the Bills went on. The Dolphins, they didn't beat a winning team all year except the Dallas Cowboys. But both of these teams made the playoffs. As a matter of fact, they faced each other in the playoff matchup where Buffalo was able to win and move on in the tournament at that time. But I think this is going to tell a bit of a different story. Buffalo was different this year. I was able to catch most of that game. And this whole offense is Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Everything is Josh Allen. Now, Cook is a decent back. He's going to be able to, provide some stretches for Josh Allen on the run. But Josh Allen, if he could catch the ball, he would throw it to himself out there.
Yeah.
That's what he will be doing. So I'm going to take the team who has a little bit more to offer to score points, and that's the Miami Dolphins. Tua hasn't been turning the ball over under Mike McDaniels. He will, but he hasn't. And I think with all the mess that Tyreek Hill went through before the Jaguars game, I think that really did something to that locker room. Now, we both picked the Jags to win this game, and please be sure to watch the Weekly Jacksonville Jaguars matchup show every Friday right here on the Sports Edge Live. We both picked the Jags to win. Jags lost the game, in our opinion, but this is a still good Dolphins team because you've seen what they can do in the second half. You give them a bit of a window, and they are going to take it. I'm going to take the Dolphins to win this game, a closer game than the experts think. I'm going to go 28-24. Dolphins get the win. I just think they have a little bit more to offer offensively against that Bills defense, who is stout, who is going to be able to bend and maybe break. That's what I'm calling for here, because Lord knows Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals gave them everything they wanted in week 1. This is a much better offense. Give me the Miami Dolphins 28-24 to get the early division win. All right, let's move on to my Dallas Cowboys 1:00 kick in Dallas, welcoming in the 1-0 New Orleans Saints. Cowboys are a 6.5-point favorite. Rashad, I will start this off. How about them? Jerry did the right thing and paid my quarterback. He paid my quarterback. Highest paid player in league history. That's what he was going to take, no matter what your feelings are about Dak. That's what the price was, and that's what he got. Went up to Cleveland, handled that business on the road against the number 1 defense in the league last year. Hey. And now we're going up against another high-powered offense. But, of course, I'm going to take my Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb looks phenomenal. Dak looks phenomenal. My God, the Parsons and Lawrence just looks in. Turpin is a secret weapon, returning kicks, punts, and kickoff. My Dallas Cowboys are looking exceptional. And I'm going to take them to go 2-0 at home to beat the New Orleans Saints in a high-scoring game. I think the Saints do score some points on my Cowboys, but I'm going to call a 31-23 win. Dallas goes 2-0. Excuse me. My Cowboys go 2-0 to start the season. So if you saw last week's show, don't worry about that. We're here in week 2. We're here. Shaw, what you got?
I'm going to set the record straight that Dedrick is the flawless of the flaw. Dedrick said on this show just last week that he was going to pick the whoever the Dallas Cowboys, he was going to pick against the Cowboys in every single game. Me and Black were floored. We told him, come on, D, don't do that, D. It's not going to be that bad, D. They not going to be. He was adamant. A total 180 this week. He has on a Dallas Cowboy hat. It's just awful.
Okay.
I will tell you this. Last week in watching the Browns versus the Dallas Cowboys, I seen a lot of open people that Watson just wasn't hit.
Oh, boy.
Now, I will say this to you.
Okay.
The Dallas Cowboys can win this game.
Okay.
But what I seen out of Shaheed last week, what I seen out of an efficient Derek Carr last week, if you let that same thing happen with the New Orleans Saints, you will walk out of your stadium with a big L on your head.
Okay.
So you better tighten that coverage up.
Okay.
Their tackles are good.
Yeah.
Both of the Browns starting tackles were out.
Yes.
So, yes, your defensive line did what they were supposed to do against backups.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we will see exactly what the Dallas Cowboys will be in week 2 when they play a team. Now, New Orleans played Carolina. We don't even have to talk about that. But what we seen was efficiency.
Okay.
What we seen was Derek Carr hitting people, 3 touchdowns. So, if you leave those guys open the way you left the Browns receivers open, you will lose. You better tighten that coverage up. I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to take them 24-21, New Orleans Saints. going there with an upset, what we perceived as an upset victory. But for me, I wasn't super impressed with the way the Cowboys beat that team, knowing everything that was around and knowing that these people was running wide open and he just wasn't hitting them.
Okay.
So shut me up, Dallas Cowboys. Make me a believer. I'm taking New Orleans 24-21.
Okay. All right. I think the Cowboys could lose this game as well. But I'm not going to go against my Dallas Cowboys. We're going to get that win in D-Town. All right. All right. Let's move along to a very interesting game. This was a playoff matchup, I believe, a year ago, and it was a really good game. And I tell you what, people don't want to talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but here they come again. They're going up against a red hot, really favorable team in the Detroit Lions with a hell of a game between them and the LA Rams on Sunday Night Football. But here we are, 2 1-0 teams. This is a 1 o'clock kick in Detroit. What are we thinking here, Rashad? Can Baker Mayfield and the upset-minded Tampa Bay Bucks get some get back in Detroit?
Listen, Tampa Bay is a good team, man.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is a sneaky good team, man. They really, really are.
Yeah.
But I love Detroit. I just think Detroit is just one of those teams. I picked them to be in the NFC Championship game. I really, really love Detroit, man. This is going to be one of the best games of the week, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I agree.
Fireworks. Good defense, good offense from both teams. The only problem that I think Tampa Bay is going to have is that their secondary is god-awful. And that's not going to work against the Detroit Lions. I think it'll be a good game, but I think late Detroit is going to pull away. Give me Detroit 28-17.
Man, I think this is going to be a good one. They have the Lions as a 7-point favorite. I'm going to say this now. Take Tampa +7. I think this is going to be a 3-point game. I like just the grit of this Buck team. Baker Mayfield has finally found a home. He's found a home. He has his guys with him, and I'm happy to see a guy like Baker. And this is why Baker Mayfield gets a lot of respect from me. It's always noise around Baker since he was in college. But this kid keep fighting, man. This kid keeps scrapping. Yeah. Cleveland did him the way that they did him and shipped them off to Alcatraz, so they thought. And he ended up winning the division, getting a playoff win, and on top of that, getting $100 million.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
This is a team in Tampa. I think the entire league is going to want to say, oh, we don't want to play them. That's a team we don't want to play because you want to know why? They can beat you. They can beat you because they're tough. But it's Detroit.
Yeah.
And it's something about that stadium, boy. It is something about that stadium in Detroit. Dan Campbell, Jared Goff, they have that team really revved up and riled up. I'm going to take Detroit to win a close game here. I'm going to go 30-27 field goal game. I'm going to put Tampa on my ticket with the +7. The +7 because Baker is going to have get back on his mind. He's going to have it on his mind, and I think they are very formidable. So I'm going to take Detroit. And I don't be surprised if you see them have a rematch in the playoffs. Do not be surprised if you see them with a rematch in the playoffs. All right, but Lions going to get the win. All right. Up next, let's go with the Now we're going to talk more about this game on the weekly Jacksonville Jaguars weekly matchup show on Fridays right here on YouTube or Saturday mornings. Please be sure to look at your local. I'm just playing. All right, so we have the Jaguars home opener against the Cleveland Browns, who we just talked about, 2-1 teams. The Jaguars are favored in this game by 3. They get the 3-point advantage coming into this game. Shad, we'll get more in depth, but just give me your feelings about this game and who's going to win it.
I don't like what Doug Peterson's press conference said. I don't like it. This is the reason why I said the things that I said last year, D. You and Black called me crazy. This is why I said what I said on Twitter earlier in the offseason. You and Black called me crazy. And that was the first time during a press conference where I was reminded at what Philadelphia fans were telling us about Doug Peterson. He will protect himself. He will absolve himself of everything, and he will start to place blame. I don't like that. You don't throw your defensive coordinator under the bus when they gave up 3 plays all game long, and they played an excellent game against the Miami Dolphins. Excellent. Yes. That defense played excellent against the Miami Dolphins. And you proceed to say, I don't usually do this, but we got to coach that better on defense. What about your offense when you only threw the ball 7 times in the second half when Trevor Lawrence was cooking? Brian Thomas Jr. had 4 catches, a touchdown, and 45 yards, and he didn't get a target in the second half. Who's calling the plays? Oh, the only reason why we're even talking about the plays is because last year you decided to pull something out your ass and say that Press Taylor was going to be calling plays. Nobody asked you for that, sir. Nobody asked you who was calling plays. You made the decision to tell us that Press Taylor was calling plays last year. Your offense was trash. Now people are asking you about who's calling plays because of something you brought up. And now you want to get testy with the media and with the people who are asking the questions when you're the one who created this narrative. We'll talk about this more on the Jacksonville Jaguars show, but the Browns are going to win this game.
Oh, my God. And I knew you was going to do that, but we'll talk more about it on the weekly matchup show with the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to keep mine short and sweet because I knew Rashad was going to kind of let off a little steam. He's been waiting. But I'm going to take the Jags and win this game. The Jags played well. They showed a lot of promising points in this game. I put a lot of this on the players for the fold against Miami. We all saw what happened with NTN. Was the play calling the best? No, it wasn't. It wasn't the best. Were there opportunities for Jacksonville to say, hey, hold on, we're going to stop the bleeding here? Yes, it was. But the players had this game in hand. They had it in hand. And I got to believe with you being on the field, you have to finish. But more on that next week, on the next weekly matchup show with me and Rashad. But I'm going to take the Jags and win this game. I think Deshaun Watson's magic is empty. I think there's a real possibility that Jameis Winston could appear in this game. He doesn't look good. He looks like he doesn't have confidence. He doesn't look like, dare I say, a NFL starting quarterback. He looks nothing like Deshaun in Houston. Nothing. He is the second, top 5 highest paid quarterback in all of the league, and Cleveland paid a ransom to get him. But he's not that guy anymore. Cleveland has some problems. Those tackles are not looking like to be back next week against Jacksonville. And I like Hines Allen and I like Walker. I like them to get it cooking.
2 sacks
I like Arms. Huh?
Said Trayvon Walker had 2 sacks last week.
I like Armstead to get it cooking. So give me the Jags at home. Get a win on the board. I'm going to go with the Jags. Let's go 28-24. They get the win. Cleveland has some players, man, on offense and defense. But give me the Jags 28-24. More on this on Friday's show. Me and Rashad talking Jacksonville Jaguars football. All right. Let's move along to our next game on the slate. We have, man, what in the hell went on in Cincinnati? The Bengals taking a ugly L with the biggest point spread of the week. 10.5 points in the NFL game, and the Patriots get the win. Bengals started the season 0-1. They're rolling into the reigning, defending, back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Shad, what we thinking? Was this a fluke from the Bengals, or is this what we're going to see a lot more of? Your AFC representative here.
Yeah, AFC representative that I picked the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Cincinnati is going to start off the way that the Chiefs started off last year. I think it was a lot of controversy going on around the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think once real football just starts to kick off, I think that you'll start to see this team get in the groove. People will get over the fact that they're not getting paid. Higgins didn't play last week. I don't know what his status is for this week. Jamar Chase hadn't practiced all. This was bound to happen. The only reason why it was such a shock is because it was against what everybody perceived was going to be the worst team in the league. But they've been together, and it's the first week of the season, and they believe. They're still grown men. They're still professionals.
Yes.
The Cincinnati Bengals will be fine. The Cincinnati Bengals are not going to win this game, though. They're not. They're not going to win this game. It will be closer. It will be closer than what people what is the line, D?
The line is 6 for Kansas City.
That's about right. That's about right. I'll take the Lions. Oh my goodness. I'll take the Chiefs 30-21. They'll cover. It's going to take Cincinnati some time, man. But by the end of the season, Cincinnati is going to be one of the best teams in the league. Once everything gets kicked off, once egos are gone, they are a good team, D. They made it to the playoffs last year without their star quarterback. They're a good team. They're a good coach team. It's just a lot that's been going on. They'll be fine. But they playing against that boy. It is what it is. 30-21.
I'm alarmed what's going on in Cincinnati. I typically do not like teams who have a lot of noise coming out their locker rooms in the offseason. A lot of noise in Cincinnati. A lot of noise. They still got the boss, Joe Burrow, Joe Beasy, Joe Cool. He's still out there for sure. He didn't look great last week, but I'm going to agree with Rashad. I think as the season goes on, they'll get themselves together. Don't know what's going on with Higgins. Chase is not going to get his money right now. I mean, the ownership has come out and said we're not doing this during the season. So Chase is out there playing. Now I have my feelings on that, but I'm not going to express them here about Jamar Chase playing football for a base pay of $500,000. One of the better receivers in all of football with a base pay for barely not $1 million. It's crazy. Incentives and all that to give him the 2.5 or something like that, but it's crazy for a base pay. But anyway, Chiefs are going to win this game. The one thing that happened against the Ravens that hadn't happened in 3 years is that Kansas City got off to a good start.
Yeah.
The offense looked good. Yeah. Mahomes looked damn near in mid-season form.
Yeah.
And they got speed back, baby, speed. That Worthy kid, my God, is he what the doctor ordered for Andy Reid and the Chiefs?
Imagine what happens when Hollywood Brown gets in this offense, Steve.
That's what I'm saying. So we got a chance to see Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs look very fluent in the first game of the year. This could set up to be one of those seasons, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to take the Chiefs at home because they know what the Bengals bring. The Bengals are the only team to go in there and beat them twice consecutive and back-to-back home games a few years ago. They're the only team to do it. So Burrow and Mahomes, they got a little thing going on. I necessarily don't call it a rivalry, but I do call it where Burrow is somebody who's stone cold. Yep. He has no feelings. He doesn't know whether it's Monday or Friday. He just knows we're playing football and I'm here to win. So I'm going to give him his respect, but I'm going to pick the Chiefs to win this game. 30-23. They get the win. It's close in the first half. I even think the Bengals take the lead, but I think as the game weighs on, I just think the Chiefs kind of run away from it. I think they absolutely cover the 6 points in this game, and they go on to 2-0, and the Bengals start off 0-2. All right. All right, last but not least on the slate, honestly, this is the game that fascinates me the most this week. We're going Sunday Night Football out in Houston, Texas. We got the number 1 pick, Caleb Williams, and what a gift from the good football lords of heaven for them to get a win versus Tennessee last week to be 1-0. But Caleb Williams is on the big stage. This is what the NFL wants, and he's going up against the hottest quarterback in all of football since he got into the league. That is C.J. Stroud and the red-hot Houston Texans. Rashad, talk to me. Do the Bears present any type of formula here to make this a game, or does Caleb Williams get his first spoonful of NFL football?
You know what, D? I don't think that they're ready. I don't think that they're ready to get on that stage with the Houston Texans. But what I will tell you is the way that Anthony Richardson played last week, and the receivers that he was missing.
Yeah.
I mean, he missed some guy. Now, he had the best throw of the week.
Yeah.
That might be the best throw of the year. Off 1 foot,
Yeah.
slip off 1 foot, down 6 yards. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he missed so many receivers in that game, D. And I told you guys that the Achilles heel for the Houston Texans was going to be their secondary, and it showed up in week 1. They just didn't have an accurate quarterback they're going to play. Now, Caleb Williams only had, 94 yards passing?
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good. It didn't look good. First start, okay, cool. Didn't get a real chance to look at that game, D, besides the highlights, but I'm sure he's going to play better. I don't know if he's going to be ready to take the opportunity to present something formidable for the Houston Texans to be worried about. If he plays a good game, this will be a fourth quarter game.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Houston Texans, though, 28-21. Yeah, 28-21.
I think Caleb Williams and the Bears get humbled this week. I think they feel good getting a win. The atmosphere in Houston is going to be electric. This city really believes in this team. The energies really match up. If you ever been to Houston, you know how beautiful of a city it is and how passionate they just are. And this team has just a lot of things to be excited about. And I tell you what a pickup with Joe Mixon, man.
Yeah.
What a pickup with Joe Mixon, man. I mean, really toting the rock. 30 carries last week, 5.3 a clip, a touchdown, over 100 yards rushing. I mean, my goodness, CJ Stroud was able to really just do whatever the hell he wanted to do. A really nice sighting from Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins. Like, it's just a bing, 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 bing. That's what you just saw from Stroud. The defense on the secondary side, yes, they do have some real opportunities there. Going to be very curious to see how they can sew that up. Now, Roma Duz for the Bears, looks like he could be out. He has an MCL sprain, so Roma Duz, rookie wide receiver for the Bears, might not be available in this game. But Caleb Williams still has talent around him to really put some pressure on the Houston secondary. Can the Bears come in with a game plan and just come play football? This is a game they just going to have to come and play football because this Houston team is going to look to run them out of that stadium. And I'm going to call for it. I'm going to go to Houston, Texas 35, the Chicago Bears 14. I think that it's just going to be one of those welcome to the NFL moments for Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. I hope I'm wrong. I'm rooting for the Bears to kind of fight for a wild card spot and kind of make some things fun for a rookie quarterback. We'll see about that, but they are 1-0. They are 1-0. All right. So that's the most important thing. You got to win in this league. They did it last week, but they won't do it this week. I got the Bears getting thumped in Houston 35-14. All right. So, Rashad, you want to remind them about the Jacksonville Jaguars weekly matchup show?
Yeah. When y'all want to see me expand on why the Jaguars should fire Doug Peterson.
Whoa.
If you want to hear me expand on that, no. Listen to the weekly Jacksonville Jaguars matchup show on Fridays. It may be Saturday morning. We try to get it done on Fridays.
Yeah.
I am thoroughly pissed off. I've been thoroughly pissed off. I don't like the way he's handled this entire play calling situation that he created. Now he's throwing defensive coaches up under the bus when he threw the ball 7 times with a quarterback that was cooking and a rookie receiver that was cooking what is supposed to be the best cornerback in the league. But we go into press conferences and we're talking about defensive coordinators. He ain't say nothing about press. Nothing. Yeah, listen to that show on Friday.
Yeah. If you want to see passion, you want to see high energy, please watch the Jacksonville Jaguars weekly matchup show with Mr. Moodham James and myself later on this week. So enjoy your NFL football. Hopefully all of the teams out there, we have something to talk about, especially my Dallas Cowboys getting on track, righting all the wrongs, and we're Super Bowl bound. So I'll expand. I'll expand on that a little bit next week. Yeah. We'll expound on that just a little bit next week. So hopefully y'all enjoyed today's show. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. We appreciate all the love, all the just the energy that we're getting for this channel. And we promise y'all consistency and efficiency this year, and that's what y'all are going to get. All right. So again, spread the word. Let some people know that there's some kids down here in Duval County trying to do their thing, have a little fun, and talk some sports. All right. So y'all be easy, y'all be cool, enjoy the games, eat some food, have you a couple sips. Just enjoy the great game of football, and we'll be back very, very soon to talk about all the fun stuff that happened in week 2 of the NFL season. All right. Till next time. Peace, y'all.